Hello my beloveds, thank you for being here. Welcome to another video of Luna's Love Spell. I invite you to close your eyes. Allow yourself these next few minutes to soften into this present moment, to soften into yourself and into your love. Soften into your body. Soften your heart, your shoulders, your hips, your legs, your knees, your toes. Soften your jaw, your tongue, your cheeks, your eyes, your ears, your scalp. Breathing at your own pace. I invite you to place your hand over your heart, bringing your attention to your heart space. Your heart beats for you. Your body breathes for you. Give yourself gratitude, such deep gratitude for how far you've come, for your growth these past lunar cycles. And silently repeat these affirmations to yourself. I am so proud of my growth and of my accomplishments. I recognize my inner worth. I am fully deserving of love and happiness. Beautiful. We have a new moon in Libra. The sun has entered Libra, and we're still feeling the effects of this fall equinox. Going into this new moon in Libra, let's take some time and self-reflect on where we've been. We've had so much growth, and I have so much appreciation for that growth and for my efforts, and to continue every single day. When you feel like you want to give up, when you feel like you're alone, and you keep doing it. You show up for yourself every single day. You do. You already do. Even when you feel like you're not doing it, even when you feel like you're only giving a little. So then this new moon, we look at where we've been, where we are now, and where we're heading this next energetic cycle, this next aspect of the will. This new moon in Libra asks us to create a home in this present moment, to create a home inside of ourselves, to create our home inside of our hearts. This is where we get into Venus and Jupiter. Let's back up for a second. There's been a lot of change and a lot of growth. With the fall equinox, there's this huge transformation that is taking place right now. The leaves are changing colors. There's a different sound in the animals, a different rhythm. There's a new smell in the air. There's a shift in the air currents. Sometimes this can feel like a tornado, that we're lost in this gush of impermanence, not knowing where we're going to settle, not knowing the direction that we are heading. Trust in this change. Trust in this uncertainty. trust in these levels of anxiety. We're able to transmute this anxiety into creativity, into self-reflection. We change the association to anxiety. We don't have to fear anxiety. We don't have to fear the winter months that are coming ahead. We create a home within inside of ourselves so that this can sustain us through the winter months. We each have our inner home earth. And a hearth you can visualize as this very gentle fire that's surrounded by these pillars of strength, so that this fire feels nestled inside. This fire is our hearts. Nestle into your body as we come upon the cold and the dark and shadows and the unveiling. This inner home earth, nurtured correctly, and that is in alignment with our highest good, will sustain us through that cold, through that dark, through those shadows, where we can feel warm during the midst of all of those energies, where we can feel safe and we can feel sound. We physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally prepare ourselves for winter. This is a time of very heightened spirituality, of sensitivity. We're downloading a lot of information, and we're able to channel that information into life, into spring. We turn inwards, we self-reflect, we observe on where we've been. We tend to our fires, we tend to the kindling, we tend to ourselves, so that when spring approaches, we'll have all of this information that we've already processed into divinely inspired action, into divine creativity, into more divine love, into more trust, into more service. So it's this pattern, right, of where we've been, where we are now, and where we're heading. How we're transitioning into this harvest season in order to sustain us through the winter months and to give birth into what's ahead. We rush to spring, we rush to that birthing. Let's honor the process. How we move from each season to the next, how we move in our day-to-day lives. And how we're moving in our day-to-day lives is symbolic of how we move in between the seasons, in between these different planetary aspects. And that's Uranus and Taurus right now. I lost my train of thought. Uranus and Taurus. We have Venus and Jupiter. So we transmute that anxiety that's coming up. And it's a playful flirtation with life, with ourselves. I'm going to pull a couple cards while I continue to talk, because I was really feeling that flow. That channel was beautiful, and then it's all about trust, right? Trust that those messages are still coming through. Trust that you're still being divinely guided. So then this is returning us back to the tornado that we sometimes brew because we're used to that chaos. This is really a time of shedding layers, to shed those defense mechanisms, to shed what we feel like we deserve in order to grow into what we actually deserve. sometimes that's why people fear these winter months, because they're stuck in their limiting beliefs. They're stuck in their ways of life. They're stuck in their everyday, day-to-day patterns, and it's like this never-ending wheel, right? So let's break out of that. Let's free ourselves of those victim mentalities in order to welcome in greater forms of abundance, creativity, what's actually waiting for us. And that feels good, to recognize your full worth, your full potential, and your offerings. Again, going back to that gratitude, just fucking love yourself so much. Give yourself gratitude. Make love to yourself. Flirt with yourself. And you'll be able to flirt with life. You'll fall so deeply in love with yourself, because you know that's what you deserve, is love and trust and ecstasy, instead of those patterns that keep us away from really ourselves and from our higher self, and feeling this connection and feeling just that like everything is working out for you, because it is. It is, my beloveds, it is. Now I'm going to pull a couple cards. I hope that this all makes sense and that you resonate, and if not, that's okay too. I am so grateful that you are here. I am grateful for myself. I'm grateful that I show up for myself every single day. And I love myself. I fucking love myself. And I want you guys to love yourselves too. These cards are just coming out. Okay. Wow, these are beautiful. We have the Star. And this goes back to that time of heightened sensitivity, heightened spirituality. Like, you are always in tune. It's that fear, right? That anxiety of what's going to come next, how's it going to come? Blocks it. You block yourself, baby. Two of Cups. This is tending to that home earth, tending to your flame. Taking care of yourself. I feel like that one has already been said. 5 of Wands. This is just a time of preparation, my dears. Giving yourself this time to turn inwards. Just really, really, really giving to yourselves. Tending to your needs. Tending to your home earth. Tending to your love. And when we do that, that's when everything falls into place. You're just gonna feel so warm and protected during these winter months, knowing that you have prepared for them, knowing again that you deserve everything, 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 knowing that you look after yourself. You already do. Oh my gosh, my heart space feels so good right now. I feel so good. Knight of Cups. Again, the preparation comes up. For creativity. And that's also trusting that you're being guided in each breath, each encounter, day to day, from mountain to earth, from dust to star, from wind to root. I thank thee.